bro's like, oh no, all of Ada Rossi's fans will turn up to middle school. Yeah, for school.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tier Above podcast. Let's see what's on tap this week. How are we doing, fellas?
I'm doing good, and make sure to tap that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. Oh, sheesh, we got in there at the start of the episode.
Imagine us plugging it not fucking 50 minutes into the thing. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost as if I made it really big on the document so that everyone can fucking see it. And like,
I added a secret Among Us into that. So
it's not so secret Among Us, I'll be honest.
But yeah, right. It's been a week.
So yeah, it has been a week. It's like first week back to school, first week back with students. Been super stressful. I have more students than any other teacher in the building. I help out with 10 different classes. There's only 7 hours in the day. No, I help 10 different teachers. I have 13 different classes. There's 2 more classes that, because my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule is different than my Tuesday, Thursday schedule. I have 2 classes where I have the same both days. So they could still fuck me. I could end up with 15 classes by the end of this. But yeah, so I see way more students than anyone else in the building. And I don't get time to just like chill out and be on my phone like I used to all the time when I was working in the other rooms. Like the more specialized rooms. Because like the kids are like a lot more low incident, so I can just like be on my phone and they can just like, you know, work whatever station they're doing, and it like was not an issue. But now I'm like in front of the classroom the whole time for all 7 hours. I don't get a planned period. I get like a 30-minute lunch break, which is 10 minutes longer than a teacher's lunch break. So woo, I guess. But but all that being said, in one of my hours, I have porn laptop kid again because of course I do.
Let's go.
Let's go. And fucking, we did this thing where we lined up by birthdays. And I almost hollered. This man's birthday is January 6th. I was like, there's no way. There's fucking no way.
There ain't no way.
Check Big Man's search history again, please.
It's all just squeaks.
I actually didn't pay attention. I don't know if he has a laptop this year or not. I don't know if we're like letting him try again or if we're just like, nah, you're good. But because we handed out laptops yesterday and today, so I haven't checked to see if he has a laptop yet. But goddamn,
I hope he
does. They actually saw what he was searching, and they're like, "Damn, that was some pretty good stuff." He knows the good algos to search.
Like I said, the kid knows what he's about. He had the most specific search terms imaginable.
Big mommy milkers.
It was like obese women eating cake wearing translucent bras. It was like the most specific.
Mm-hmm. I respect it unbelievably.
Man knows what he's about. All right.
What's the general age range? Just out of curiosity. Not of the women on the cakes, of the children.
Oh, so the children I teach are like 12 to 14.
Okay. Then I respect it even more. The fact that at that age he's like, this is what I'm about. And I'm like, you know what, King Slay? You do that. Just in your own time though.
I'll say it don't really do much for me. I'm looking at it now. Yeah. Take it or leave it.
I'll say the other one was specifically the word plump teenage girls wearing underwear. Or was it wearing swimsuits? It might have been wearing swimsuits.
I'll give him that because he is also a teenager, but brother, you gotta remove that one from your search history long term. That one can't stay.
So how it works is because
I'm not playing that game.
You be put on a fucking list for that.
How many till porn?
Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Well, my guess considering I'm searching a porn server is 1.
Seems like a easy one. But no, because the laptops are provided by the district, anything they type, even like while they're at home, the district gets note of.
I like to think that there's just like a group of them being like, yo, it's like 7 o'clock at night or whatever, he's at home, they're like, guys, fucking huddle around. He's searching again, he's searching.
Laptop porn kid's back at it again.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, if like, I feel like the kid might just be like a Giga Chad genius who's just like, I know they can see what I'm searching, I'm just gonna search some stupid shit.
I see you watching me right now.
Yeah, it's like when you know the FBI's watching.
Yeah, but then it makes it super fucking inconvenient because we have to print all of his assignments out on paper.
Yeah.
It's like he can't use it for class. Because originally what it was, after the first infraction, they put like a fucking lock on his laptop to where he could only access his laptop if someone were to put in the code to give him time on his laptop. And like you could only unlock his laptop for like 15 minutes at a time so he could like do some work. And then it happened like again while he had the lock on. And so then they were just like, all right, that's ours, thank you.
To be fair, I think I said this before, but I did have, because I had a laptop at school because dyslexic, and pretty much exclusively used it to play Football Manager at home. But but when I did occasionally bring it out in class, it was to play the the pinball game, that fucking old pinball game. That was it. That's all I played like during class. And but there was one time where I had closed my laptop.
There was one time where you were
before.
searching for plump teenagers in swimsuits.
No, it was a bit more explicit.
Yeah, this was back before they had all the fucking security and shit. You could have gotten away with some crazy shit.
I did. So what I did.
You're a middle schooler with a laptop. Of course you did.
Yeah, well, yeah, I brought it home with me because it came home with me. It was my laptop, technically, the way it worked. And you know, I was
in the fat top.
Yeah, I was like 14, 15 at the time. I was on a particular website that started with P and rhymed with Chub.
Okay.
Rhymed and caused Chub.
Yeah. And I just hadn't closed it. And I open up my laptop and there's just, thankfully the volume was off because like when I removed the headphones, it automatically puts it to 0. Open up the laptop, just see the porn and go, nope, no laptop today.
Oh, no.
And everyone's like, you're not going to your laptop? I was like, no, I think I'm good. And it would be different if I was at like the back of the room, but I was like sort of in the middle. So there was like, loads of people could have seen it. So I was like, nope, I will just.
Yes, some kid behind was like, Miss, Curly's watching anime. Like, that's not anime, kid.
No, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Like, it's something that happened to me in college or uni, if you will, a lot, was that I just had like my personal laptop. I didn't have like a school laptop and a normal one. And so I just fucking have like whatever YouTube video I fell asleep to. I'd open my fucking laptop at like 8 a.m. and then just like fucking blasting competitive Pokemon. And then, like 3 or 4 separate times. I was like,
yeah, I did that with this one probably go over your head, but you might be more familiar with Land Eagle. I used to listen to Carl Pilkington's podcast to fall asleep to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was one night I came home very drunk when I was at uni, put that bad boy on, locked my door, fell asleep. And everyone in my fucking whole dorm room were like, shut the fuck up. But I was like so pissed drunk that I just basically passed out on my bed. And they had to spend the whole like 8 hours just because it was like a 10-hour long video. And I just had to listen to the whole video full blast. And I was like, woke up next morning like,
so
dude, you gotta fucking stop. And I was like, sorry. I see pee.
the Curly is EP.
Yeah, I'll see. There's another video I had to find because there's some really fucking weird videos of me at uni. One of them was me on a truck singing "I'm on a fucking truck, on a truck, on a fucking truck" at like 3 a.m. And what I did
is it supposed to be like I'm on a boat, but you're on a truck?
No. It's like a
no, not
truck.
unrelated.
Yeah, it's unrelated.
It's just Curly on a truck, no relation to anything else that exists.
Yeah, so it was like 3 a.m. and there was a construction site near the house I used to live in when I was at university. I kicked the fence down and it stayed down for about 3 weeks and just went and sat on a truck because they just left one sitting out there, and I'm just sitting on this fucking massive vehicle just trying to, like, obviously the thing doesn't work because there's no keys. I'm just going like with the fucking locked steering wheel and just singing at the top of my fucking voice about being on a truck. There's also one of
Curly's
me
a fucking menace.
Yeah, I used to be a lot more of a menace. There's also a video my roommate took of me kneeled over on my bed, like with my head just on the bed, but the rest of my body on the floor, with like, so kebabs are a thing, but it wasn't just a kebab. It was this thing called a munchie box, and what a munchie box is literally every piece of shit possible from an Indian or kebab place, and they just fuck it into a box. You got like onion rings, pakora, fucking onion bhajis, chips, random assortments of other chicken that might not be chicken. And just covered in sauce, and it's just me in my boxers, hands and knees, head on the fucking bed, eating kebab, listening Cascada, full belt. Like,
legitimately just living your best life.
Yeah, but I was asleep, so you know it is what it is.
Exactly, living your best life.
Yeah, he woke me up thankfully because I would have had a sore ass legs, like sitting on my knees all night.
I guess this is the most entertaining story. I went to fucking St. Louis last weekend for a big judo tournament. Got my ass beat. Holy shit! Fucking round 1. I'm sitting around from a dragon player who opens the absolute fucking nut. I'm just gonna talk like you guys understand. If there's any Yu-Gi-Oh players that watch our fucking podcast, congratulations.
I'll
fucking
translate when you're done.
Sure. Fucking. So he's playing the Dragon Roulette deck because I play Edison format exclusively. Man opens fucking Future Fusion, so he gets to send 5 dragons. And then I'm like, well, I guess I fucking lose. But then like, I have Torrential Tribute. He fucking has like 4 dudes on the board. I'm like, sweet, let's fucking hit him. Maybe get back into this game. Starlight Road. I was like, cool. I was never winning this game. Fucking nice opening Future Fusion Starlight Road. Game 2, fucking. Opens Future Fusion again. I'm like, cool, dude. I wish I opened the one of 2 games in a row. And then I proceed to like pick apart his board a little bit. I make an ab 0. He makes a board back at me, which I knew some fuck shit was gonna happen because like obviously he wouldn't be making a board into an absolute 0 unless he had something. He fucking destroys the absolute 0. I go to blow up his field of 3 guys, and he has a second Starlight Road. Like he fucking opened Future Fusion Starlight Road both games. Must be fucking nice. It literally did not matter what deck I was playing. I was never winning that game.
What did that mean to you, Lion Eagle?
Right, okay, so for everyone who doesn't know Yu-Gi-Oh, I've got it written down here for you. Notices he played Yu-Gi-Oh and lost because the other person was better.
Sure.
Yes, it was in fact a skill issue. You're not wrong.
He played the heart of the cards a little bit better than you did.
He did. He just opened Future Fusion harder than I did because I fucking dude fucking our game 2 like it went on for like a little bit and I fucking drew Future Fusion after I had drawn all the heroes out of my deck, so I had no fucking targets to activate Future Fusion. I was like, damn, I wish I was a better player. But then game 2 or sorry, round 2, fucking I get paired up against a notorious cheater from St. Louis. I'm like, cool, love that. And his friend literally just gave him a deck 10 minutes before the tournament. Because these are all single elimination tournaments, so you have to win 3 runs in a row, and then you get a mat that you can sell for like $300, and everyone has a good time. And I was trying to my hardest to win with a meme deck because I've won a tournament with it before. I was like, I want to win one of these, so that way we can do a video about how I won a mat with the meme deck and it'd be sick. So gets a deck from his friend 10 minutes before the tournament starts. Literally is like reading his cards as he's playing, and in the competitive spirit in me, I'm like, hey, this is how the deck interacts. This is what you're trying to do. Like, this card summons this card searches this card. Like, this is why you play this deck. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. He wins game 1 just because he opened pretty good, actually. Because he opened a lot of one-ups. The cheater opening one-ups. Curious. He definitely wasn't stacking, probably. Game 2, I win. And then game 3, I'm pushing for game. And then the judge incorrectly rules how priority works. And the judge, also from St. Louis, he judges at the locals at the notorious cheater, goes, yeah, gives an incorrect ruling that causes me to lose the match. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not playing anymore. So
okay, the round 2, I've got the notes here for round 2.
Yes.
Notices he played against the notorious cheater who cheated.
I think what happened was you didn't cheat hard enough back. So
True.
I think that's your
dude.
problem,
That's like
actually.
my thing, right? Because like I fucking when I was at YCS Denver, every time I fucking shuffled this dude's deck, he would like reshuffle and like offer for me to cut again because like he just didn't like the way it was cutting because he like thought I was stacking his deck or something. I wish I knew how to fucking cheat. Holy shit! It's like I get your suspicions, but like man, I don't fucking care enough to learn how to cheat in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not that deep to me. So
I'm just imagining you doing like a really bad, just a really bad shuffling job, and like you like dropping the cards and like it's not even because he thinks you cheated. It's just like this guy's so shit shuffling. Let me do it.
Well, because how it works, right? You get to shuffle your own cards, but then at the end, for like stacking preventative measures, you get to offer your deck to your opponent, and they're allowed to cut your deck, and that's like the last thing that's allowed to happen. And every time I would fucking cut his deck, he would shuffle his fucking cards again, and I'd have to cut again. And we literally went back and forth for like 5 or 6 minutes, just fucking cutting his deck. I'm like, what is happening? Because like I don't know.
So,
like,
how hard does the video go that you? How hard does the video go that I come out with you, Z, and we go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and then someone says, "Can you cut my deck?" And then I take out a massive pair of scissors and then cut the deck in half. And then get banned from the tournament. How hard does that go?
The average Yu-Gi-Oh deck is like over $1,000. So if that's what you're trying to do, yeah, it goes hard.
Is the video gonna make that much money back? That's what I'm.
Can we pay off the fines?
Yeah.
I actually thought that was going somewhere else. I thought because I had this like video idea that I'll not say. I thought it was a cool idea, and I sent it to Z. I genuinely thought you were about to say the thing that I said to Z. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, no, it would be so fun. Whitey would be the perfect person for this.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought. So you think about it.
So Curly's idea, I'm just gonna explain it because I'm cooking right now. Like hand and brain chess.
Okay.
he wants to do handed brain Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'll be like, all right, now you activate a monster card. Now you activate a spell effect, but you get to make all the decisions.
Okay, I'll
I
agree
tell
as
you
long
what's
as my
activate.
deck can have Clayman and his whip
Of course.
and Bao
The Krellhub
Baboon.
special.
As long as those cards are in, I'm down.
I'm in Balbaboon. Fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know what format that would work in there. But yeah, I was.
And
like,
I want 2 pieces of Exodia and none of the rest.
It's so pointless.
All right, but I started this tangent with speaking of Indian food.
Yeah, you did, and then didn't talk about Indian food and talked about Yu-Gi-Oh the whole time.
On our way back from St. Louis, we stopped and got some bomb-ass Indian food. I think it was called like Curry Kitchen. And I was like a little sus on the place. It was like in a strip mall. I was like, how good can the place be? But it was literally like fucking overflowing with like actual Indian people. So I was like, you know what? If actual Indian people are eating here, I trust the quality of the food.
No. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Squeaks talked about this recently.
Gas.
And what he said.
What does Squeaks know about Indian people?
Yeah, exactly. What he said was he goes to this Indian restaurant, and when he goes there, they always put him near the window. As if like, hey, look, an Indian guy eats here, you'll love it.
To be fair, there was like 20 people in this restaurant. Us and one other group were the only non-Indian people in the group.
Okay, well that's different. It's not like
Yeah,
you
this
walked
bit-
in and
this
it was
bitch
just
was-
Squeaks at the front eating the papadon
Yeah, no,
by
like-
himself.
Yeah, I was being racist. Like, oh, there was an Indian guy. Phew. I mean, this place was like, it was flowing. So like, I felt safe. But I had this like big ass fucking thing of leftovers. We get home. I'm fucking stressed. I'm like fucking make sure the cats are taken care of because both of my roommates were also fucking gone that weekend. So like the food bowl hadn't been filled up in like a day and a half. Shit was just tough. And I fucking left my goddamn leftovers on the counter overnight. And I walked downstairs and I smelled it in the morning and I was just sad.
That's not a good way to live.
No.
No, the
That's
problem
like
is
that's
if I was
the
hungover,
opposite. Curly's Munchbox was living his best life. That's the worst life right there.
thing is, if I was hungover enough, I'd fucking still eat it. And that's all I'm saying.
So it sucks. Normally I don't get meat. You can get like chickpeas or some like fucking paneer or what have you.
Yeah.
But I actually hate paneer. The texture makes me want to blow my brains out.
Is
But
it
getting
that
like
bad? Jesus.
Yeah. Listen, I'm hanging on by a thread.
But actual Indians eat there.
Actual Indians don't override my autism. Oh yeah, like if it had been chickpeas, like it wouldn't go bad. But I don't know fucking why. In the heat of the moment, I was like, let me get the fucking butter chicken. So I had meat that sat out overnight. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But if it had been
I'd
the
still
chickpeas,
eat
we
it.
were hella scranning.
Yeah. You know what? I when you're talking about leaving food out, the worst experience I ever had was, I don't know if you know this. Vaccines obviously pog, don't get me wrong, but I actually once had mumps as a full-grown adult.
Sure.
Even though I had the MMR when I was a child. While I went to university, these all happened when I was at university. They, for some reason, just had mumps there, like to experiment on. I don't fucking know. But they had.
You were just going to town on this girl that didn't tell you she had mumps.
No, I wasn't going, no, the worst thing, I fucking wish I was. I wasn't going to town on anyone, I'll tell you that much. I just fucking got mumps. So I had mumps for like a week, and I survived for 2 weeks in bed with 2 Domino's pizzas, and that was it. And they just sat beside my bed, and I would just wake up sweaty and fucking swollen, eat a slice of pizza, yum, 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 and then go back to sleep, and then maybe play Fallout 4 because it just came out around the time.
Nice.
Sure.
I liked ending that sentence of I had mumps for a week and I survived. That's why I laughed there. It was like that's a perfect sentence.
But yeah, I
had
survived
mumps
on
for a
2
week
pizzas.
and he fucking died.
Oh my god, this guy had mumps for a whole week, and
This
he
guy.
died.
This guy.
But then
had
he
mumps
came
for
back
2
and started a
weeks.
shitty podcast. Is that inspirational? I don't know. You tell me in the comments.
And
And
that's
that's
how
why-
this guy.
But yeah, no, mumps was horrible. Don't recommend. 4 to 10.
4 out of 10. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a 1. Like
Yeah,
I've had worse.
I've had worse.
It's slightly worse than the middle of the road, which I guess is just being all right.
Sure.
No. I'm talking about in terms of
Yeah, also,
illnesses.
dude, oh my god, that pisses me off too. Because fucking on Grub
Mumps,
Buds,
I know.
we do like the fucking American grade, like grading scale. Like if it's like kind of like average, it's like a 70, which I think is bullshit. Fucking a 50 is average. Like,
To be
you know,
fair,
if it's
Yeah.
like a C in the UK is like 60%.
a C in America is 70.
Yeah,
D's
that's
are,
why you're cringe.
yeah. I was like, D's are 60, and then an F is 59 and below.
I don't think we have Fs. We just go A B C D E and then U for ungradable.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this
You
is tragic.
is basically didn't hand it in. It's
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah.
I can tell you for a fact. I've had a U before, and I did
Oh
hand
no,
it
you
in.
you can get them with handing stuff in, but like,
There just wasn't
it's
enough
like,
to mark.
yeah.
My German oral exam did not go well. I spoke the
You
language,
could
just
not
not
suck
good.
the dick.
Yeah, well, no, that means fat in German, so
Exactly. Whoa, that's already above a U level right there.
yeah.
You should have
No.
just called the instruction dick, and then you would have done it.
Technically pronounced
Just
dish,
been like,
but you know, it
dick.
is what it is. I don't know.
Deconfed. That's fat head.
Dick. It'd be dick coughed.
What I just said.
Yeah, sure. That's what you said. Yeah.
I just
But
said
everyone,
deconfed.
whenever we learned that in school, like we were like would have been like 12 when we first did German, and everyone was being around and going, "Dick, dick, dick." And the
Yeah.
teacher's like, "No, it's not pronounced like that." I was like, "But it looks like it."
But it
Like-
looks like it.
Yeah, so everyone would just be fucking calling each other dick, and that was, you know, the funniest thing ever. And it's like, what other fucking 11 is elf, and everyone just found that fucking hilarious as well.
And well, 12 is wolf as well, so it's like pretty much wolf.
What's elf? And then swolf.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 12 is wolf.
Both, yeah, and then Swansea is also one of my favorite numbers.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's 20. It's just a good number.
Yeah, Swansea, let's go.
Swansea.
Swansea.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds like Swansea.
Yeah, it also sounds like something else.
Viking.
But yeah, anyway, enough of German. I don't have any more German to talk about. But speaking of dick,
I was gonna say, speaking of Germans,
speaking of dick, anyone see I Show Speed's dick?
there it is. Damn. How does he do it?
I've not seen I Show Speed's dick. I've seen the clip, but without the dick.
There were students
I
talking
don't-
about it
I
in
don't
school
plan on-
today.
I don't plan
Yeah.
on seeing I Show Speed's dick.
Yeah, me
'Cause-
neither. I had to watch the clip. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, the clip is very funny.
Since you've seen it, how does it happen? What's the
Oh,
lowdown?
Do you know?
No,
Have you not seen it at all?
Oh,
I have
Nosy,
been
it's the
so
worst.
off the internet for like the last week.
So, are you familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's?
Man, I work at a middle school. Let me tell you how intimately familiar I am with Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know who Chica is?
Of course.
Do you know that Asher Speed wants to fuck Chica?
I mean, how could you not?
And then he gets a little bit carried away with his thrusting animation and cock come out of slit in trousers. He's basically wearing swim trunks with no boxers underneath. And
I thought it was like he was wearing boxers because it went out.
I
through,
can't
like,
tell. But
the
it could,
fly
it
area.
could, yeah, it looked like just really low
Enhance.
boxers.
Zooming in on
Yeah,
his
it was-
dick.
Basically, and then he basically thrusting his crotch into the camera, and then his dick just comes out. He's like, "Oh my god,
Oh my god.
oh my god." But
And
yeah,
then YouTube didn't ban him because
Yeah. One of the crazy things is
Also,
that
no,
YouTube didn't
fucking
ban.
silence, please. The how we have this written down in our topics list. I show cock parentheses or meet whatever suits close parentheses and didn't get banned. Sexism cringe. Let's tits be shown. That's what I say.
who wrote that?
A little peek behind the curtain
Who wrote that?
of what goes on here at the Tear Up podcast.
Clearly, stop saying who wrote that when that was clearly you.
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone. No, I'm joking. I feel like he should be banned. Like, even if it's an accident. Like, there's women on Twitch, for example, that have been banned for accidentally like flashing their vagina, and you try to like people are watching like frame by frame and just about fucking saying it. I'm like, how the fuck did anyone even notice
Yeah.
that?
But those are two different services, two different websites.
Yeah, well, I don't know any on YouTube because there's only about 4 streamers on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah,
one
well,
of them's
I
not
actually-
making-
I think I actually prefer it. I mean, as long as like because the thing is that YouTube's saying that was a genuine accident. All the preventive measures were done after the fact of deleting the VOD immediately and removing all of the evidence of it from the website.
Yeah, I would just
So
need
that
to...
so then it clearly done everything in the best faith. Then why ban someone for a mistake? Like
Yeah,
I also think that it is unfair that Twitch bans women when they wear clothes as well.
but when they don't wear clothes, they get subs. And they get promoted. No, yeah, I think it's... I need to know more if there was a other YouTube streamer that's happened to, or not like that particular thing has happened to. I don't know you'll ever see someone.
But even if there is, I think just because if YouTube's made the wrong call elsewhere, I don't think they should make the wrong call with iShowSpeed. I think they've made the right call here, and they should backtrack if they've made the wrong call elsewhere.
I don't completely.
Yeah, so that's what I would like to see, because this is like the first time we've really seen. Because I don't watch a lot of YouTube streamers, so I don't know if like they ban women as harshly as like Twitch does for like accidental infractions like this. I would like to see YouTube like set a precedent moving forward. Like, hey, shit happens, and keep this same energy when it does happen to women in the future. That is something I would like to see. So, and like hopefully like Twitch like takes notes. Like, hey, maybe we should hate women. Crazy.
Crazy take.
Shut up! Don't ever say that ever again.
I'll tell you what was crazy though was Aiden Ross's reaction to it. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it.
Was he like, "Damn, my homie's packing"? Good for
Did
him.
he also get his cock out?
No, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross said, "I don't know why everyone's going on about this so much. I've seen his cock so loads of times and stuff."
That's fire.
Well, it's not fine because he turned 18 in January.
That's what I'm saying, not long ago, so he would have been underage.
Yeah, so
he's just been flashing his dick the last 7 months constantly, blowing up the group chat. He's like, "It's legal now, bitches."
Yeah, basically, Aiden Ross is like either joking and it's weird as fuck, or he's just outed himself and saying, "Sorry, I just speak penis so he's underage."
Yeah, either like, if it's a joke and a bit of banter, then I'm like, you know what, fair enough, that's funny. But then you're like,
yeah, but it could potentially actually be problematic if it's not a joke.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. He's fucking on kick.
Well, I'll be honest. Kind of bad joke anyway. To be honest, is this guy who got his cock out? I saw it when it was a kid. I don't think that really applies.
I don't think it inherently implies that it's when he was a kid.
I don't think it does. But
there's been 7 months of potential cock showing time.
That's enough.
Like, don't get me wrong. If it's like, if it's the day after his birthday, I'm still like, yo, bro, chill. But
see, in the past day, I've seen so much cock. But definitely not before that. Before I take nothing Aiden Ross says with like any kind of like, I don't think he's just such a weird fucker. We've talked about him before.
He is, yeah.
Aiden Ross L, in fact.
Yeah,
no free clout, Aiden Ross.
I'm sure he'll love this.
Dude, imagine we get fucking Aiden Ross reacting to one of our clips ever. That'd be
I would actually hate that.
I would hate it
because
genuinely.
we would get docs, we would get like constant abuse.
I can't wait. Someone fucking shows up to the middle school I work at.
Bro, half the kids, half of
his middle schoolers fucking. This is how I get exposed to the middle schoolers. Just fucking Aiden Ross doxes me.
Yeah.
Bro's like, oh no, all of Aiden Ross's fans will turn up to middle school. Yeah, for school.
Fucking one of our like getting to know you things that we've been doing in the fucking 12 classes I help out in. It keeps asking like, what are your hobbies? And it's so hard to not say like, I'm a streamer.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Blue's Clues.
I've just been going with I hike on the weekends.
Oh, what an adult. You're trying to act like an adult around the kids. You're trying to flex on these kids. You do adult things, but realistically, you're a big child.
I say that every week I try and move the direction of a podcast towards a Hitler episode without success.
Oh, we're getting there. Only a matter of time.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll have a Hitler episode.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get him on. Guest episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that'd be a fucking fire episode. That's all I'm saying.
If we could, you know what actually goes hard is if we get a Hitler impersonator on it.
They can't exist. There can't be one. There cannot be a Hitler impersonator out there.
They're
right now.
They're 1000% is Hitler impersonator.
No, but they can. Well, they can't do it in Germany. I'll tell you that for free.
Sure.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Like,
Whenever
don't
I
have to pay for that info. Oof.
Nah,
Whoa.
because you can never. It's like you can never surpass the real deal. So
when I went to Germany when I was I've been a few times, but when I was like I was like 14. We went to this like festival. I don't know what the fuck it was for, but if you went to the
and it was everyone was dressed as Hitler.
oh there was a group of people standing outside the city hall. It was a place called Lippstadt, and basically it's a name for Stadt means town or city or whatever. It's not very exciting. But a bunch of them were just standing outside City Hall every so often, whacking up a wee salute and giving it a wee up big man.
A wee up big man.
I'm not gonna say it, but and they were just like,
oh no, I want the
banter.
soundbite. Say it.
No, and they were just like bantering it up, and I was like, guys, should we be here? Oh no. But the only cool thing was the whole thing of the event was that you buy something in a shop and you get a free heart necklace that lights up, and it was just you just give them to someone, and there was a guy walking around with like 50 on. I was like, damn, what a Chad. What an absolute Chad. My mission for that whole day to get one.
I feel like that's one of those things though, like you see a guy with like 40 of them on and you're like, yo, let's get this guy to like have all of them.
Yeah.
So like it's like a false economy. Like as soon as he starts getting more and more, the more people want to give him them.
And then all of a sudden he's Jeff Bezos.
Exactly. That's how Jeff Bezos got to power, was by getting his little heart necklaces.
His heart necklaces at Lippstadt in 2014. Yeah, that's where it all started.
He was getting a bunch of heart necklaces. Then people were like, "Oh, I want to give him money," and then everyone wanted to give him money.
And then all of a sudden he ruled the world.
Yeah. Then he took William Shatner to space.
What? Oh,
he was one of the guys who went when he went to space.
Yeah, he took Captain Kirk into real space instead of Space Trek.
Fair.
I'll be honest, it should have been Patrick Stewart. Fuck William Shatner.
Okay, wait, okay, this isn't even a fucking good segue. So there's something that's been on our fucking list forever that just says, what the fuck is this? And it's been there since like episode 1. And the first time we asked you, went, I don't remember what the fuck it is.
Yeah, the one time we did go to talk about it, I fucking forgot because I'm an idiot. But
I need to know.
I remembered, and I have kept it by my fucking computer. So we moved randomly, and we've been getting mail from like the previous tenants. Like, you know, like we have a package. We have like a tons of like fucking like, hey, like looks like medical type shit. I'm like, I actually really need to get in contact with them and be like, hey besties,
hope you're not dead. Here's your tablets.
But a fucking box showed up with my name on it, and I was like, I haven't ordered anything, and inside was a fucking stuffed bunny rabbit with a fucking like some like pride hearts and shit.
Gay heart.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Incorrect month. Destroy.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
So you can destroy Pride merch.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was so concerned. And then it gets creepier because, sorry, this fell on the floor.
I like to think that he had some sort of gay blackout and like did this like, you know, like a dark period. He's like, I don't remember those 3 hours. I was going so gay. I don't remember.
You ever been so blackout drunk that you order a gay rabbit online?
No free clout. We're not showing off the logo, but on the back, it says, thank you for adopting insert brand name.
A gay bunny.
Yes. All plushies are hand sewn, and variations in design and construction are normal. Variations in design and construction is normal. Caution: this is not a toy and is not intended for use by children.
Fuck is it?
I'm like, what the fuck? Covering up the brand name because no free clout.
Did you buy like a Pride rabbit sex toy or some shit? Like, what did you buy?
There is no holes on this. Not that like we've checked that much, but like.
Wait, so you've not found any reason why it isn't a toy yet?
So what I think is because a lot of right-wing propaganda is saying that like the LGBT community is like targeting children specifically,
okay, yes.
And so they're like, this is not a toy. This is not for kids. You know, this is for like adults.
This is for grown-ass gays.
Yes, literally, because like they don't want to be seen as like, you know, trying to fucking, you know, dill kids.
To be fair, it is cute.
It is cute. And then the story gets a lot less cool because a couple of days later, my friend from New York is like, hey, check your mailbox. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because he had asked what everyone's like sexuality they identify as, because they make
rabbit.
They make the different. They make the different pride flags for like the different
okay.
like they have like a lesbian one, they have a fucking.
Oh,
like,
can I get one that has the Russian flag in it?
And he sent them to all of us, and I completely fucking spaced out about this because he asked us like a month before this showed up because I moved in the process of it, so it got sent to my old address and then forwarded here.
Right.
Because I was like, no one knows I live here. How am I getting shit? I was so confused.
The gays find a way.
The terrible PO box really hit us off hard.
But yeah, so for that like day and a half, I was like, what in the fuck?
Yeah. Know what the worst thing is? See, there was one podcast where we had to wait like 5 minutes to start because he was like, I gotta get a prop, and then we never showed it.
Yeah, and that's what this was. Yeah, I was like, hold up, I need to find where the bunny rabbit is because I lost the bunny because it came in like a fucking canvas bag. It's actually like kind of cool.
Because it's not a toy. It's for adults.
It's not a toy. Of course.
Yeah.
I actually hate how cringe that is, actually, because it is really cute and like it's like if I was a child that enjoyed stuffed toys, I'd be like, "Fuck, that cute as hell." But the fact that
and then you would have no idea that it would be indoctrinated into thinking that gay people are right normal? Right?
Yuck.
Yeah, one of the things that sucks this year at school is Kansas. They just passed a law. I am no longer allowed to ask kids what their pronouns are, but they can tell me if they want. But I can't like ask for the info, and it's frustrating because as someone who runs the fucking Gay Straight Alliance club, it's something we talk about. I'll be honest, a lot of kids they be having pronouns.
Yeah, and you're like,
it's crazy. It's almost as if every kid has pronouns.
Correct. But because I've only ever asked a student one time before, and to be fair, not to like fucking like call the kid out, they looked fucking non-binary. And they like fallen and hurt themselves in gym. And I was like, before I go and report this to your teacher, what are your pronouns? Because I don't want to like, fucking like, misgender you while I'm reporting your fucking injury.
Yeah.
That's like the only time it's ever come up. And I was right. They did in fact not go by their assigned pronouns. So
fucking called it.
I feel like
it just like goes like you can just easily like Uno reverse cat that though, because then now you just only refer to people as they them. Until they tell you
that's like
that's literally like get wrecked like Republicans, because now we're them in all of your children. Like
I don't know. I was about to say the most outrageous sentence. I haven't been to school since all this since all this woke stuff started happening, but I actually don't know, because like it's not my fucking area of expertise, the education system. Well, I feel like it's definitely like I don't know how to do it because I've never thought about it. Like, this is something that only just came up now when you mentioned it. I'm like, how do you like put it on a form? Like, how would it? But then you can't ask them, so you can't put it on a form in your particular occasion. Is that something that's normal now in schools? I don't know.
No, it's not on a form or anything. But it's literally like Republicans are trying to attack trans people, and they don't want anyone talking about trans-related issues at all in the class. And so, as a result, they passed a law making it to where we are no longer allowed to ask that.
Yeah, so they want to make it even harder for trans people to be comfortable coming forward with their identity, because at every stage they're told that like it's not even right to talk about it. So
I would say our school, we've done a lot of like really cool shit. Like, we have the boys' restroom, we have the girls' restroom, and then in the hallway we just have like 5 stalls by a sink. That are like completely like in the wall, completely closed off, and they're called the privacy restrooms, and it's like a non-gender specific bathroom. You can just go to the stall, and we had like a tampon machine in one of them, so that way like trans students didn't have to go to the girls' restroom in order to be able to get like period products and things like that. And it was really cool. But fucking middle schoolers being middle schoolers, the ones in the girls' bathroom, not a problem. The one in this one, the boys would fucking pull out all the tampons and like clog the toilets and shit. So we can't have nice things. But it is cool that we even have it is cool that we even have like gender non-conforming bathrooms.
Yeah.
So like we're doing what we can. But
when I went to school, I would
be able to do more.
When I was in lower and upper sixth, so like when I was like 16, 17, 18, we had a lot more free time, so we had less classes. So what I would do is I would wait perfectly for after lunch, at a nice free period after lunch. And I would go and have the most enjoyable shit piss in the disabled toilet. Everyone was in class. It was like the furthest away from all of them. It was near no classrooms, which is so inconvenient for a disabled toilet. I was like, to my private restroom. Basically, no one was ever in there. I feel like I was the only person that used it because it was so out of the way. I would just go for a little 20-minute stroll up and down to school, go for a nice shit, a nice piss, a nice whatever, have a nice time, watch a YouTube video or whatever. No one's rushing me. No one knows what I'm doing in there. And then come back, and I'm like, you know what? I need more of these. They need more of these. Couldn't do it during class though, because I would have to fucking sprint. Not that my school was fucking massive, it was long. It wasn't like wide, it was just long. So like it was just like one long corridor with like a few classrooms that came off like every fucking thing.
A real pencil dick of a school.
It was literally a pencil dick of a school with a fucking with all the like sports activities at the one end and then the entrance at the other end. But yeah, that's really cool. But at the same time, I'm sure it's like I know it shouldn't be a hard thing to go around, but because of how political divides are, it becomes a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. Because like realistically, it shouldn't be a problem to ask someone what they want to be called or what they want to be referred to. Like, why is that a problem? Because like,
yeah,
I'll say,
it's just crazy that that's
like kind of counterintuitively, for the first time in our system that like goes throughout the school, we have a place where we can put a student's preferred name if they want to go by something else, which is really cool.
We had that
nice.
mainly.
Mainly if like Michael goes by Mike. Like
no,
like that.
mainly for Arcadius goes as Eric.
Right.
Because you would get a substitute teacher, and they'd be like, and he's like, here.
Oh, so when they say like goes by, it would just be like written in the sort of English spelling ways.
Well, Eric, he's a friend of mine in real life, believe it or not. His name is Arcadius, which is a Polish name. And right. It's just hard to pronounce. It has like Z's and fucking shit in there. Like if you look at it, you would never have got that pronunciation. So he just goes by Eric because it's so much easier for everyone.
Fair enough. Well, I know a lot of like there was like Christians and different like names and stuff where it's like the names were like easy enough to pronounce, but then like the spellings, it was like, you know, like 5 Qs and like basically just like someone like spilled a Scrabble set, and then that's that says Chris, sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's also better for the teachers themselves, because even for those like pronunciations and stuff, like I don't expect every teacher to be fluent at every fucking language, and being able just to have.
I do, and if they're not, they don't deserve to be teachers. That's what I say.
Yeah, they don't deserve to have their shit salaries and look after the kids.
They're not fit to teach my students if they don't know every language fluently. But I don't want to teach them those languages.
I prefer if my teacher only spoke English, because that's the only language that matters.
Kind of based, actually.
Wait, but we had.
Could you imagine if you had like a languages teacher that couldn't speak any languages?
Like, look, I'm the French teacher, but they told me I'm only allowed to speak English. So we're not learning any French today. I'll just say words in English, and you tell me what I think they should be.
Jamapple, French teacher,
Französisch teacher. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we had. I don't
know who this Francis is, but we're teaching you some of that today.
We had a teacher. Our school was considered a language expert school, right? And the only reason was because we had one teacher who spoke 8 languages.
Nice.
He was just fucking goated at it. We didn't teach most of the languages that he taught, but he had clubs for every single one of them. So if you wanted, you could go learn. And he spoke Japanese, German, French, English, Spanish, and then Italian, and like 2 other languages that I don't even remember. I think he might have known Arabic. But yeah, one thing. So I don't know if you know. I know we talked about education systems before. But GCSEs are like the equivalent of a high school diploma, right? You have to have at least 5 to get your diploma. Like, that's a simple way of putting it. But you can take as many as you want, and then it like gives you more clout, more grade clout. And I remember
academic clout.
I remember. So there's a girl. There's quite a few people from Poland in my year, and she took beginners Polish, like basic level Polish. As a GCSE, and I was like, bitch, you bitch. You're cheating the system. And she's like, I don't give a... I'm a UK citizen and I'm learning Polish. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Eric is popping off. He's like, let's go. Someone who can pronounce my name.
Yeah, Eric he didn't even do it either. I was like, brother, you got free GCSE. He's like, nah.
Yeah.
Too much
Yeah,
effort.
in my high school, a lot of the Spanish kids took Spanish as a free class.
I love that though. I respect that unbelievably.
Yeah.
It's
It's a very respectable hustle.
We didn't have too much like religious diversity, like in terms of people that were Muslim. I think we have one guy who was Muslim and he took Arabic as a GCSE as well. I was like, no. I was like, you know what, free life hacks, I'll take it. I didn't have any of those skills. I do wish. I think that I'm gonna say I do wish. I wish one of my parents was like, you know, spoke a different language. I know that's a weird thing to wish, but I wish I had the ability to just naturally, from birth, have 2 languages. It's such a perk.
Yeah.
You wish you were like cultured.
Yeah, except I'm just the whitest fucking guy ever from like the whitest place ever. Let's go. Yeah, like I don't know about you. Do you guys speak any languages? Like for real?
I can speak pig Latin.
Me too. I and Kate speak praten.
Ish.
There was a year and a half where a friend of me and we literally were just talking Latin because
I was so obsessed with it. Like fucking 4th and 5th grades, like years 5 and 6. I was fucking obsessed with that shit.
I think I was older than that, which says it even worse.
Do people in like Northern Ireland like regularly learn Pig Latin? Because I thought that was like an America thing.
No, it was just my one friend who was obsessed with it, so I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? If it wasn't for Monsters Inc., I would have no idea what it is.
That's
yeah.
With ours, there was at least what started it is my 3rd grade teacher. She used to have these like row of cards, and she'd like flip the cards, and if you could answer the thing right, she'd give you candy. And one of the cards just like was like an introduction to Pig Latin. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's actually super easy.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking did Pig Latin.
You just kept going Uglay and the Ag Bay. And they were like, oh.
Yeah, it's also weird because like it's like, do you do articles? Like, should it be NA they Ag Bay?
Yeah, I don't know the official translation, but I would have not done it that way. I would not have done Uglay and the Ag Bay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Mike Wazowski needs to brush up on his Pig Latin, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Mike Wazowski wasn't really exactly goated in it. One thing I wanted to talk about, we were talking earlier about, you know, some GOAT podcast guests, you know, just the man himself, whoever.
Yep.
One thing I put on our list was it was basically a twist on the who you want to have at dinner thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way, dinner's kind of cringe because they're like, ooh, what would you talk about? I want to spice it up. You're going to the fucking most banger nightclub of all time, no unlimited tab. Who's fucking in your booth? Who do you want to fucking party with? You had the choice.
And you said if they say no, they die.
Yeah, I also said if they say no, they die. So they must come.
I need to pick someone who I want to die who won't come to the club.
If you want to think about it, I can give you
I'm
mine.
metagaming.
Because I pre-wrote mine down. So
he pre-games.
Number 1, Barack Obama. I want to see his fucking dance moves. I reckon he could fucking rock it.
And then Malik Obama.
No. Number 2, Bojo.
Fudge? Are you just hoping he says no?
No. Well, it's a win-win as far as I see it. Bojo, I reckon, would not know any of the words, might accidentally sing the N-word, which would be very funny because Barack's there.
Because Barack is there.
Yeah, because Barack's there. And I just want to see if they have like they know each other. They must know each other. I want to see if they hate each other.
You know what's crazy? I think if Boris Johnson was in the room with a black person, he'd be more likely to sing a song and say the N-word.
Yeah, because he'd be like,
he'd be like, hey, you know that one,
guys? Am I right?
You know that one.
Yeah, you know what that word means. That's you guys.
Yeah,
hey, Bojo, stop.
I copped out. I'm just going to invite my whole WoW raiding guild so they can come too because I want to see them.
Can they be living or dead?
Well, if they don't come, they die. So I don't think that benefits the dead too much. I think if anything, they would want to come because they'll come
Okay,
back.
so
to life.
I'm gonna pick your entire WoW guild, but dead.
No.
No, I'm just choosing one person, and I'm choosing Betty White and bringing her back.
Let's go.
Is that it? You don't even
Yeah,
want to.
me and Betty White are off on the town.
What are you drinking? That's the next question. I what I was gonna think about is what you're drinking. I think.
Oh yeah. So what's Barack drinking?
Barack. I think he's a whiskey guy. I think Barack's a whiskey guy. He just gives me that energy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know this is just for the vibe of the thing, but does Barack Obama drink?
I believe so. Because fucking every president has to do the tour where they like show that they can pour a beer.
He has drank Guinness. He hasn't absolutely poured a beautiful
true.
pint of Guinness and has drank a beautiful pint of
Guinness.
Guinness.
Yeah, it's a pretty iconic Barack photo.
Yeah.
Was it? Did Hillary do like a shit one?
Yeah, she
Or
did.
was it someone else?
Like,
yeah.
literally, she dropped 2% in the polls after that video came out. Americans are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I respect it though.
Honestly, the most base drop in the polls, to be honest.
And there's a notorious Guinness strip. Oh no.
Yeah, because it was like all head. You're like, oh, no. Which, to be fair, is kind of how you're supposed to do a Guinness.
I do not want all head from Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. I think Bojo's on the VKs.
not even WKD.
Yeah, he's on VKs. He's a VK machine. He's just gonna fucking fire them. He's straw pedo in VKs. And then I don't know. I'm just gonna buy the nicest stuff for me and my wild girl. Barack is gonna be on like nice whiskey, but Bojo, we're saving money on his VKs, and the rest of us are just gonna get like fucking Grey Goose or some shit. And I love Grey Goose, so that's easy for me.
Fair enough.
Just neck those bad boys. And some Jaeger bombs for the table, fucking. Bojo drinks them all, wee bastard. Nobody else gets any.
Jaeger bombs. No, Boris Johnson just drinks all the Jaeger, so he just left with a bunch of like cups full of Red Bull. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good vibe. What's Betty drinking?
Like, I'll be real. If Betty White's in the club, everyone's just buying her drinks. So
no, but what's she requesting? No,
like,
what she if I think she's classy enough that she would like turn down something that she doesn't. You know what I mean? She would like bitching.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, here, honey, I've got the
the
finest champagne.
Yeah, sure, I'll have that. Cheers, Betty.
I also didn't say they automatically had to like you. I just want to make that true.
I think I passed the vibe check for Betty White. I'll be real.
Okay, fair enough.
Betty White, I actually learnt this. Betty White would constantly go into script meetings for the Golden Girls and try and push for a Hitler episode. So
that's why she's so good.
I hate it here.
What do I see?
Speaking of I hate it here, I know she'd have a miserable time, but inviting Cutie would be fun.
Fair. She would probably have a miserable time.
Correct.
I watched her video of her at the Taylor Swift, and I'm not being funny. I almost cried at how happy everyone was. I was like, this is such a nice video, and you're actually happy, and you're not talking about how much you hate your life. This is really nice. Like I was watching it, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm having so much fun. This is great. I'm having a great time. Everything's so great. This is perfect. I love it here." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" A video on YouTube that like people having fun and just expressing their joy in something. I don't know, what is this.
I saw a post on Facebook a couple of weeks ago that was like, man, I wish I was into Taylor Swift with a bunch of the Swifties. They seem like they're having a lot of fun. It's like literally, I wish anything in my life brought me that much happiness.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is just Jesus for the modern day people, though.
This is true.
Mm.
Like, you know, you've got all like the boomers who like constantly go to like Christian rallies and stuff like that. But it's just like the next generational one of that.
You just write the new Psalms.
Yeah, that's it.
But then
and then it's gonna be like I don't know, Lil Uzi or something.
All our ex-boyfriends of the 12 disciples.
Okay, all right. Speaking of loving Lil Uzi, fucking while I was cleaning apartments when I was working at apartments, right?
Wait 1 sec. Is Lil Uzi and Taylor Swift gonna be there? And Cutie Cinderella? What's going on?
Whoa.
See, he just
I
popped
can't
up.
hear Curly Lightning's reaction, but we got a fucking flag of the Eternal Take fucking album cover. So
Fair. I thought it was Mr.
I'm
Beast's
excited.
logo
This
at
will be
first.
going on the stream wall. I'm excited for it.
I thought it was the B-Tech Mr. Beast logo.
I want a big ass Mr. Beast flag now.
Yeah. Well,
You know what? I'm bringing Mr. Beast and Betty White.
Mr. Beast. She said. I think so. Also, to counteract with mine, one, I guess we're bringing Lil Uzi now that you mention it, and then two, I was gonna say Danny DeVito,
Oh my God.
the goat,
The goat.
and Northern Lion, and that's my squad.
I don't know how much fun would be had there.
That's crazy because Northern Line definitely goes. Because Northern Line doesn't choose death over going out to a club, but I don't think Northern Line cares about going to a club.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I need to have two people that are just like, why are we here? And then two people that are just gonna fucking live it up.
I just want. I want it to be you're like walking around a club. People see Northern Lion and be like, "Oh my God, it's Northern Lion!" And then occasionally they'll say you, and then think, "Oh my God, it's Northern Lion!" Then you turn around, they're like, "No."
Lamau.
Oh, you just have like the bald men meeting. So you just have you, Andrew Tate.
I would hate Tate there, but at the same time, I would love Tate there.
I don't know.
You're trying to think of other bald people?
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
We
Caillou,
did a bald tier
Ang,
list. What do you mean? Yeah, we gotta get Caillou in there.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean, Squeaks,
Mr.
Squeaks.
Patriarch.
I don't think you can have Atriarch and Cutie in the same place.
Slime.
There we go. Nice save, nice save.
Yeah. I think there'll be people trying to get in, and they'll start shaving. Like there'll be a bunch of people outside shaving their head bald, being like, "Let me into the bald booth."
Yeah, you've got bald Cutie Cinderella, you've got bald Taylor Swift, you've got
bald Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Bald Danny DeVito. That episode where he cuts all his hair off and always sunny, and he's like,
God, I hope it's not fully bald Danny DeVito.
I want to be pure.
I want to be pure. He's lubed up as well. He comes pre-lubed.
No.
Dude, if Danny DeVito shows up to the club pre-lubed, we're popping off.
Free lube for everyone.
No, I don't want the lube off of Danny DeVito's skin.
That's fair. What if we're all there at the same time, right? Barack meets up with Mr. Beast. That'd be a fucking Barack, Bojo, and Mr. Beast together. Oh, that's a video ready to pop. I challenge two of the world's biggest world leaders to kill as many people as possible all at once. Barack currently has a 5-kill streak.
Dude, I'll be honest.
Wait.
Fucking watching Mr. Beast videos, the one where he had the pit and he's just like throwing shit like trains and fucking shit in it. I was like, dude, really has gone mad with power at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first one where I was like, damn, he can just do what he wants.
I saw a really interesting video actually, and it was Mr. Beast talking about how he doesn't really care about his thumbnails anymore. Because he's literally that big that he just ends up on the front page, so then autoplay happens on them all the time. So like he now needs to focus on the first like 5 seconds of his YouTube videos as if that's the thumbnail. So like literally his thumbnail could just be like anything now. And like he doesn't really care about what the thumbnail looks like because it's now just about looking at that. Like the first 5 seconds of the video.
That's actually a good point.
Like he's actually so big that he doesn't have to follow the same rules for the algorithm anymore.
Yeah. The problem with him is
success.
He would probably just give that as advice to someone, and you're like, brother, that only worked for like 5 people, and you're one of them.
That literally works. Yeah, it works for him, and then whatever viral videos really popped off, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
like, that's not good. Like when he gives fucking advice, like just put all of your money back into your videos, and it'll work. And I'm like, brother, that worked for you. That won't work for everyone. Everyone's not going to want to see giving 10 grand to someone.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I've seen Mr. Beast say has been like either advice that will work for everyone, or if it's advice that like needs you to have some monetary input at the start. He's always like, obviously everyone can't do this, but so like he's like pretty aware of the fact that if his advice isn't for everyone, or if his advice is for everyone.
Until
but I mean, unless I'm completely wrong, I believe Mr. Beast like started from like nothing. Like, I don't believe he comes from a massively wealthy background.
What happened was
because obviously, like some YouTubers and stuff, like like tech YouTubers and stuff have to come from a background of having like money because then they review tech, so they have to have money to review tech, and then
And they get sent to them for free.
I
Eventually.
don't know
yeah,
if
so
we-
like it's like one of those sort of things.
No, we're
I don't know
not.
if we've talked about it or if anyone cares. Okay, I don't know enough about.
I don't.
The
That's why we're not going to
Linus
talk about it.
tech. Fair enough. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going. There's like some drama with Linus at the moment, but not the thing that you sent us,
I've watched like
because that was like a
two
year
Philip
old.
DeFranco videos on it, and I'm just like, man, I still don't fucking get what's
I
happening.
don't. I don't get it either. Either.
Like my main takeaway that I picked up on is that them making videos every single day led to a lot of like misinformation and like being just like slipping through the cracks. And then also led to
Sexual
like a toxic
harassment.
work environment. Yeah, and the one girl got sexually harassed.
Oh,
That's like
no.
all I really know. But like a lot of people,
those two people that may have ended their lives because of him somehow. Whether
Oh,
that's
what?
true or not. Oh, I sent it.
I hadn't heard that much.
So there was
Yeah,
this,
this was like a year ago. That
there was
this
this
like
basically there was
Reddit
some
thing showed up.
channel. There was some channel that he had like originally helped set up. It went into liquidation
yeah
and they were selling
yeah
all their stuff.
yeah Linus helped set up a channel, then he walked away from it, and then that channel that like died, and they were doing like an auction to sell all the stuff that was from there, and then this guy bought the silver play button.
It was one of the OG ones.
Yeah, like the older YouTube play buttons.
Yeah.
So he bought it, this guy, because he had a YouTube channel that got over the silver play button margin, but he was part of a multi-channel network.
But
So they like screwed him over and like took his like play button, or he just like never got it, or whatever happened with that.
Sure.
So that's why he wanted this like OG play button, so he could finally get it and like re-engrave it himself.
Yeah.
And then Linus was like wanting to
find
get
this
this
guy
play
and we'll
button
just
off
buy it
him.
off him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've like watched.
If you watch the
YouTube
video,
videos,
it's not
he's like
as bad as the thing makes out.
yeah, he because the Reddit post from the dad was like he like bullied my son and was like give me the thing, and eventually he just said no. But like the video is like them like casually walking to like him collecting the silver play button, and like during that time there's no footage of like the discussion there, but like before the walking he's like, I'd like to buy it off you for the amount that you purchased it for. And then Linus, and then the guy was like, no, I've got my reason I want it. And then Linus was like, well, I actually helped make this YouTube channel. That's why I wanted it. And he was like, that's a fair enough reason. I'll do that then. And then Linus sort of like backed on it again, because then he heard that this guy's reason and was like, yeah, to be fair, I've got like 2 other like silver play buttons for the channels that I'm still currently working on. This guy just wants to get the one for his recognition of work.
Yeah.
This guy can have it. That was like the like, because like even that was Linus's YouTube video, but like the guys were still there when he was saying that.
Yeah.
So
He was
like he has evidence of showing that side of it. But I believe like part of it was that like even though Linus was like so okay with it, he did like this full like big video lead up of like, oh, it's liquidating, I need to get this silver play button, I need to get it. And then in the YouTube videos, this other guy just took it from under him. So then all of his fans just went,
You know what the worst thing
like,
is?
zoom, go to this YouTube channel, tell him that he needs to give his silver play button over, tell him to kill himself if he doesn't, whatever, yeah. Like,
For more context, what's even worse, it was just Linus's fault. He didn't get there and he wasn't paying attention. It's not like the guy outbid him or anything. He just went, oh shit, they sold it? I wasn't,
Yeah,
oh shit, I didn't realize? Or I was late
think
or something?
I think there was something like it wasn't like just a normal auction. There was like a putting money down beforehand. That like it wasn't just like and over here and over here. Like the auction was a bit different or something. And Linus didn't realize it wasn't just a like raise your paddles sort of auction thing.
Yeah, so he didn't get
Which
it.
still is Linus's fault for not doing it. And he admitted that he was like he won fair and square. So like this guy didn't like undercut me and like spend a ridiculous amount of money and like just go over the amount that I was willing to pay, sort of thing.
I think he spent $300 on it. So like, it's still a decent chunk of change, but like,
Yeah, but like not like
if you want,
you
it's
know,
not mental.
it clearly wasn't gonna like outbid Linus Tech Tips for 300 quid. Like,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, like, when you watch the videos, you're like, it didn't look that bad. Of course, that could just be, you know, but then basically the whole gif of it was that his dad posted on the Linus Reddit being like, hey, you remember this? My son no longer alive, and neither is my
Yeah,
wife.
yeah, my son like from all the harassment, the son ended his life, and then because the son ended the life, the wife got depressed and then ended her life as well.
Right.
But then it's like, yeah, it's like it's awful, like regardless. But I think what happened was Linus isn't really to blame, but like the fan base went like really hard for like no reason because of the way that the content was framed before
Right.
the auction. Like Linus was like so heart set on getting this thing that then when he didn't get it and they still posted the video, even though Linus in the video said that like like this other guy won it fair and square, like the fan base just didn't care because they already had decided that the justice would be that Linus gets the play button.
Yeah, it basically is the fan base being cringe, and he probably didn't. I think the where it comes is that he maybe didn't do enough to prevent them from being cringe, if you know what I mean. Which
but then I guess the question is like,
right, it's always the question is how responsible are you for your audience?
Yeah, because like he condemned it. Like I think there was because he talked about it on his podcast. He was like say
but it's like an hour and a half into like a 3-hour podcast or something. Like how many people are actually hearing that?
What should it? Yeah, well, but then also the people who are like going over there and doing it, we should be the people who are like watching an hour and a half of his content. Because if you're that devoted to the guy to go up to bat for him and say give us the play button, then you should really be watching all of his content.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'll not speak too much more on it because for one, it's extremely
it's an awful subject anyway.
I'm not super educated on everything.
But it's not really the vibe of our podcast right now.
Yeah.
No, I think most of like the topic that's like worth discussing is like that level of how much is a creator in charge of like their fan base, and like is the responsibility, does it grow the bigger the fan base is, or
I
like because obviously I don't think we're in charge of what what Kantz does or what Judah does or what Simon Scholar does. like if they do something bad, that's like, oh no, that guy's bad. It's not because Tier Above like didn't stop them. But like if someone does that from like Ludwig's community or something, is that on Ludwig?
I get that. Depends. It depends what it is. It's kind of like if we're going to talk about use Ludwig as an example. Remember when he had the whole big beef with the guy that went to his school and has more subs or had more subs on him, whatever. And he was like, "We have to beat this guy." It'd be different.
Oh yeah, he had like a YouTube channel. Like a Fortnite moments or something.
Yeah, it's clear that Ludwig's joking. To me, as a well-adjusted human being, semi-well-adjusted human being.
I like the prereqs we're putting on this, or the clarifying statements we're putting on this.
But then what you can say is some kid will see that, some fucking 12-year-old, and be like, he's stealing all Ludwig's fam.
He's like, it's on site.
Yeah, and they're just like, fuck this guy. I'm going to go to his YouTube channel and tell him that his mom smells or whatever, like under every single video. And you're like, bro, like, that's Ludwig's fault. But just because he didn't intend it doesn't mean that it's not still his fault if that happened. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. One thing I've learned in relationships a lot is that you are responsible for your actions regardless of intent. Like you can like because you could like say something like and you like mean it well, and then like your partner takes it wrong, and it's like that's still your L to hold, even though you didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, I feel you. And so what we're saying is everyone go to top 10 Ludwig moments and tell him that we stand whatever. I don't know what the fuck his name was. I don't know.
Nah, fucking go hate raid, binge, or cringe. Do it right now. Tell him.
Hate raid, binge. Do not go in, dislike, and bomb the most recent binge and cringe shorts.
Oh no, only like the shorts.
That'd be so lame. No, don't do it.
Only like the shorts. When I see the shorts, I'm like, Nigel. All
right, bad friend moment. Sorry, Camps. Actually going and subscribing to Binge and Cringe right now.
To be clear, I'm not the only shorts editor. My first short went out. Yeah.
I will say the algo's doing well. I typed binge and cringe was the first thing that came up.
Nice.
And if you type in Tier Above podcast featuring Notices Secretly in one and Landy, I'm sure we come up to.
Hey, to be clear, we come up with if you just type in Tier Above.
It does, yeah. And then
why the fuck is every short about Glee?
It's a whole
because that's all they've done yet.
Everything's about Glee.
They're doing a big watch through of all of the episodes of Glee.
Interesting.
Yeah,
and that's the majority of the content so far.
Interesting.
And Kant went to cinema with his friend.
Man, I need to get my friend on the pod because she just wrapped on a show. They were doing, it was called The Gleequel, and it was like Glee the After Years.
Oh, Jesus.
So we need to get her on as a someone with
That's funny.
insight into
Yeah.
the lore of the show.
Yeah, I watched Glee back in the day, but I don't think I ever watched it in order. And I think I was saying to Kant about this because we were talking about Glee, and I was like, I think the only reason I watched Glee was because female people that I was interested in also liked Glee. So I was like, yes.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say female people I was interested in were on Glee.
No.
Yeah.
So I was like, I will also watch this show because now we have something to talk about, and that is W Riz. Am I right, boys?
Oh, you know what is a fantastic video? Is the Stans video where it Stans and Kant's talking about the actress from Glee, if she can read or not. I
Yes,
love that video
yes.
so much.
So good.
It's such a good video.
Kant is clapping himself in the comments right now.
Yeah, he's like, yes, I agree. That was a very good video.
If he gets this far, bless his soul. Don't think he made it that far through the Baldur's Gate one. I'll tell you that for free.
He made it to the end.
Did
he referenced Notice the Z's outro.
I thought he was
Let's
just making a joke.
go!
I thought he was
I
making a
gotta check
joke
the
that Z
comments.
wasn't in it.
No, the thing that he says when he says about a warrior is specifically something Notice Z said in the outro.
Okay, fair enough.
So unless Kat just skips to the end for no reason.
I respect that. I would do that too.
Yeah, imagine that just like was a way of like cheating the algo and that counted just watching the full vid.
Yeah, I'd
I'd just be there on like every single like Stands But Gaming, just going like bing 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 bing, just get those all up to max.
Because I work with credit card information, my computer has to automatically lock every like 2 or 3 minutes so people can't steal it. But one way to get around it, allegedly,
He carried this up. The warrior.
Allegedly, is to watch YouTube videos or shorts, because shorts just repeat over and over again.
Okay.
So what I sometimes do if I'm like playing, definitely working very hard, I mean, is I will just open up.
You've just done the exact same thing your entire life. Just play Football Manager when you're meant to be doing work.
Is I will open up our YouTube channel and play our podcast the whole way through on one of my other on my work YouTube account.
The real audio
you
listener.
got to cheat the algo. You got to watch it at 0.25 speed, so that way we get 400% watch time on the video.
Or if it's like I know I'm like going upstairs or something, I'll just click on a short, and I'm like, let's just watch a short like 6 times. That'll be good, right?
Yeah, we should actually just put out like because Z sent us a video that was a guy doing the like a 1 second shot that's just a blank screen. We should just upload one of those, just see how well it does.
Do you know what else? We should do that. We should see how well it does. A thing that we do every fucking week. Tier list.
The end of the podcast. No.
Tier list, BB. What's the tier list this week, Lan Eagle? This was a U special.
Yeah, this was
what the
this,
absolute
this was
fuck. This is the first time where I've been like, I am so like even with the fucking like the trains, I was like, there's at least an American train kid show. I am so out of the loop on what the fuck Thunderbirds is.
Yeah, Thunderbirds is so good. I mean, the main reason Thunderbirds was on my mind when we did this was because it was when we were talking about McFly and Busted.
Sure.
And Busted
makes
did
you feel good.
Z. You made that exact same joke in the episode that we were
Let's
talking about.
go! Play the clip. Play the clip.
Stop saying play the clip. Stop making me do work. I'm already having to bleep out Miss Jenkins from the school.
Okay, there we go. Nobody knows this because it wasn't on screen, but my PNG was just on screen for a long time, and Z was missing.
Yo, PNG tuber.
Let's go. So I did mine first. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, Thunderbirds is basically a TV show where it's like puppets and models that like it's like puppet and model based animation, and they would go and like.
Well, it is
people with
based
their rescue
animation.
vehicles. Yes.
So
Incredibly based animation.
I'll start with mine because it was the first one I had up. What do you think?
Yo, Surf's Up, also a good film. I'm assuming this is how well you could like a surfboard.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. I based on how good a surfboard they would be.
Yeah.
So whilst you think the boats would be good surfboards,
I would think the boat would be the goat, to be honest.
the problem with boats is they're designed sort of not to ride the waves, believe it or not. So, like, they wouldn't be good for surfing up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and the plane. kind of a plane. I don't really. They're not made for the water. I think it would.
Yeah.
probably
Also,
just
the last one is
disintegrate.
like is a satellite out in space. So
Oh, is it? I thought it was a boat.
yeah,
It
that's what number 5 is at the bottom there, next to the boat.
it looks similar to a boat. I thought it was like just dark water, like it was a
I mean-
submarine or something. That's what I thought it was.
it's a giant satellite out in space, so it's going to be as useful,
Yeah, fair. So the rest of them are sort of. I don't. This fucking cock-shaped rocket, I guess, is what it is. It just
The
wouldn't
cockpit,
really work.
if you will.
It would probably float, maybe on a good day, but it wouldn't really work. And wide and thick, maybe a bit too wide and thick for a surfboard. You know what I'm saying?
I too am wide and thick.
No, all out of all of us, you're the one I would not describe as wide and thick. Second penis shape just had a better vibe. I enjoyed the vibe of, I'm assuming, a spacecraft. If I had to make an assumption of what this black
which
one
one?
is, this black one.
Oh, I actually don't know what that one is. I think that's
Fair.
from like the new show or some shit.
Fair. Barbie's car.
Just like Barbie's car.
Goes kind of hot in the water. It'll look good.
That's Lady Penelope's car. I'll have you know.
As seen in the Barbie movie.
No. I've seen it in the Thunderbirds movie.
This rocket, I get. All of them are just rocket ships, right? Basically.
Okay. So the number 3, which is the red one that you put in, could work, probs not.
Yeah.
Is the only one that is made for interstellar travel.
Okay. Then what the hell
not
is this one that
necessarily interstellar.
literally looks like
So-
looks like a rocket?
But the red one is more of a is like a rocket, because you can see that it's got like all of the thrusters on it. And, like that's the one that goes and connects to Thunderbird 5.
Oh,
Like that's
of
how they
course.
send like send supplies and stuff to Thunderbird 5.
when they make it so
Thunder-
together. Or whatever.
Thunderbird 2, which is the green one, is the one that takes all of the smaller vehicles around. So like it takes Thunderbird 4 up at the top there, like it carries that and then takes it to where it needs to go.
Sounds like just like admin. Sounds like a lot of these Thunderbirds are just admin.
They're not admin Thunderbirds, no.
Number
and then
2,
Thunderbird-
admin, ready to go.
And then Thunderbird 1 is just like a super high-tech jet.
So this is this one, the silver one.
Yeah, the one that's on the left of
Yeah,
Barbie's
okay.
car.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom of that plane, that's Thunderbird 6.
Recon.
No, it came from like a movie that came out like a little bit later, but like still like the puppets and stuff.
So
Well,
this
like-
one second, you just see like some guy's hand holding it from underneath, going like.
Oh, I wish that'd be so funny. But yeah, it's literally just a plane, just a little biplane. Like everything else is like a super high tech, like futuristic vehicle of like helping people in natural disasters and anti-terrorism and stuff.
I was trying to.
Basically, like, have either of you seen Team America: World Police?
That's what I was about to say.
course,
Isn't there a
yeah.
movie that's just Thunderbirds?
Basically, Team America: World Police was like, let's do a parody of Thunderbirds.
That's what
Interesting.
the show looks like.
So yeah. This is like the non-parody version of Team America: World Police.
America, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We hate all our citizens. Pay your fucking taxes, America. Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Uh,
Yeah, you got Thunderbird 4, which is a submarine up
Which-
there. At
so-
the,
My logic was it's the most surfboard. You flip it upside down, already got the fucking little fin underneath. I think it's the best surfboard.
that's best.
I have no more to say on that. I was watching a video on surfing, and then you sent this tier list, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's run it. Let's go." Or I'll go with D's then, because
Sure, man. All the thought in the world. I literally led off with I don't know what to do for mine, and then Lion Eagle was like, "She thunder, she thunder my bird until I argo." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fire." So we have those two up there because she do be thundering my bird till I argo. And then I promise this isn't gonna be fucking them tier list, guys. All right, like I
Okay.
promise.
you're just getting head from them.
And then cargo no ship, cargo road.
Cargo ship, cargo.
Oh, you thought it
road.
was also a ship? Yeah, and apparently it's a satellite. It does look like
Okay.
a ship, to be fair, from this picture.
True.
Yeah,
You're
it's,
looking like a
it's,
cargo
it's a
ship.
small picture on it.
But
Yeah.
car no go ship, cargo road.
Hmm.
I do want to point out you want to smash the Barbie car, though. I respect
I was
that.
gonna say these are the ones that didn't fit into any of the jokes that I had.
The
And then
leftovers
smash.
and smash. Yeah, I respect. You are canon.
But this doesn't count as a me fucking them tier list.
It's just the car.
Just the car.
Fair. I'm sure Lan Eagle has a more nuanced take on this.
Yeah,
as
fucking
someone who has
give
an
us-
interest, please.
What is this? 5 foot or 5 star?
5
Yeah,
star.
5
I
star.
hope they don't
Okay,
talk
gotcha.
to me. A free ride is a free ride. I'll walk. This looks like my fucking Baldur's Gate tier list.
This is how you would rank them if you ordered an Uber and these showed up.
That's exactly right.
Holy
yeah.
shit, let's go.
That's like word for word, like not even just like if they were it's if this unexpectedly turned up as my Uber, like ride.
Okay.
Like I'll if someone turns up in a fucking giant ass
Satellite.
satellite, I'll walk.
Oh,
It's like it's all right, chief. I'll just walk.
Well, it's like you don't want the big fucking massive yacht. I would love that. Well, if it's on ground, you're not
It's-
really going anywhere.
Yeah, it's a free ride. Is a free ride. Yeah. I don't know. If someone turns up on a big yacht, and it's like, yeah, I'll take you where you need to go. I feel like that's dodgy as hell.
Do you know who's on the yacht?
Like,
Mr. Beast.
Saddam Hussein. Oh, okay.
Barack
Um,
Obama. Bojo. My WoW rating
Oh.
guild.
And same if someone like pulled up in a prop plane, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Why are we going in there?
1 sec.
And then-
What if it was the woman from Come Outside and the dog was there?
You're kind of based, actually. Yeah, if it was that plane, it'd be in 5-star. Easy.
But of course, they're alive in this universe.
Yeah, she's still alive.
I think she died.
No,
I think she died not long after the dog out of grief. No, I don't think that was what it was.
that's not true. Just
Sorry,
even if she is dead, she did not die of grief from the dog.
For Z, this was a show about a woman who drove a polka dotted basically a fucking twister board, colored biplane, and
She died last year.
I told you. I knew she
What do you
died.
mean I told you?
I knew she died.
You said that she died out of grief from the
That
dog.
was a joke. But what this used to be the TV show that like you would watch at school, right?
Mm.
If they wheeled in the fucking TV because we're old, they wheel in the TV with the VHS tape. You're going,
I'm also old. I'm literally like a month younger than you, Curly. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. They also wheeled in the TV for us.
yeah.
Are you
I'm
talking to our
including
viewers?
me? Yes, I'm including all of. I'm saying because we're so old.
Well, I thought you were trying to explain wheeling in the TV to me. I was like,
no,
bitch.
no. I'm saying they wheeled in TV because we are so old. That's what they did when we went to school. They didn't
Yeah,
just fucking open up YouTube and watch the whole Elf movie. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm the little babby. So
Did you have a
what is
DVD
it-
player?
what
You
is
lucky
it?
fucker.
what is a VHS?
But they'd wheel that bad boy in, and you're like, lads, we're going outside today. Let's fucking go. But you weren't actually going outside. You were sitting in a room watching a show called, was it called Go Outside? Is that what it was called?
Come outside.
Come Outside. There we go. And
But when I come outside, I get arrested.
like I remember vividly, I vividly remember an episode where she went to go see a movie. She took her fucking plane to go see a movie, and then she goes to go with the dog. They're like, no fucking dogs, man. And she's like, oh, was his name Pippin? I think it might have been Pippin. Pippin had to stay outside.
Pippin's the name of the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, Pippin had to stay outside, and Pippin went in the sewers and learned how builders like maintenance the sewers while she just watched a movie. It was an educational show. She basically would go to like farms and be like, this is where our food comes from. Look at this cute cow, pet, pet, pet. And the dog would be like, bark, bark, and play with things.
I remember one episode. She went and saw like how soap was made. And then it must have been to like fill time or some shit because like she forgot the soap at the place, flew a plane home, and then they were like, "Shit, I forgot the soap." Flew all the way back, picked up the soap, and then flew home again.
There wasn't
so real for that.
For context. There was also a banger song that went on along with the flying. So
Yeah. Look up, look down, look all
look all
around.
around.
Well, that's
up
actually-
in
yeah, that
the
was- yeah.
air and somewhere something else. Up in the sky, down in the ground.
Not the
maybe.
words at all.
Butterfly
know.
in the sky. I can fly twice as high.
Yeah, that was
Take a look.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
yeah.
in a book. Reading
Come
Rainbow.
outside.
Did you guys not have Reading Rainbow?
no.
What, that American show? No, funnily enough.
No.
Man,
No, to be fair, we
I
did
am
get
gonna.
some
I'm
American shows.
sending you guys a link to watch off stream.
One sec. You didn't have Biff or Chip.
with LeVar Burton.
What was it? Biff, Chip.
It
and
was
had-
Chip?
LeVar
we had-
Burton.
We had story makers instead of reading rainbow.
Story makers, story makers.
Story makers.
Something
We live
till
in the
day
land
is
of the
done or
rising
something.
sun.
I don't fucking remember.
Yes, we live in the land of the rising sun.
Yeah. This is not propaganda. This is not propaganda.
Yeah, it was a Chinese communist, you know,
Run by the BBC.
that loved the rising sun, because obviously that's what China loves.
Yeah, notoriously. Laughing cow. Was it laughing cow? Is that what it was?
No, that's the fucking cheese. Kurt.
No, no. What was it? Was it like pink cow or some shit? What was she?
Oh. Blue cow.
Blue cow. There we go. Blue cow.
Blue cow.
Who was just like.
And then blue cow was funny as fuck because the blue cow would be like animated normally, but then all of the other characters were like drawn by children, so they were just like horrible abominations because they were just drawn like 3-year-olds.
Story makers was literally just like they would just like they push a fucking button and it would be like, what fucking story are we getting today? And they would just like throw a word in or some shit and it'd be like happy, and then it would like bring up like, oh shit, it's a fucking blue cow episode.
It's a story about happiness. Yes,
let's go.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Sorry, tier list.
Story makers tier list next. Oh, I found the synopsis of the soap episode, by the way.
Please.
Pippin helps Auntie Mabel hang her washing on the line. Auntie Mabel gives her a hug and tells her she needs a bath. Pippin hates having a bath, and she always runs away and hides in the laundry basket. Auntie Mabel has run out of soap and goes out to buy some more, while Pippin stays firmly hidden. Auntie Mabel looks at all the different kinds of soap in the supermarket and buys a bar of soap and takes it home. Then she flies off in the spotty plane to find out how the soap is made. While she's gone, Pippin hides the soap in a biscuit barrel, and when it starts to rain, she pulls the washing from the line and drags it through the mud into the kitchen. Auntie Mabel will have to do the washing all over again. Oh, so apparently Auntie Mabel didn't forget the soap. It was Pippin hid the soap, so then she had to go elsewhere.
Pippin the goat for real.
What do you mean Pippin the goat? Pippin just fucking dragged all the washing through the mud.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode. That's also the last one because
that's the end of the episode. Thanks for.
Oh,
that's a game theory. Thanks for watching.
And then she goes, "Oh, Pippin,